Welcome everyone to episode 13 on I Wish I Knew Earlier with Jen,
What's up,
the
Roy?
dog whisperer, Agnew. Yeah, there we go,
Wow,
Jen.
what an introduction,
You
Roy.
know,
Thank
you
you.
need a big intro. You have a big personality, all right? So, again, we've known each other for a minute. So, again, we click so well because of our personalities. We're pretty loud and we don't care what other people think and
What?
how do we feel. So,
That's true. That is true.
that's something that I think we really connected from day one. But let's tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Jen Agnew. I have been in the real estate industry. Actually, grew up in the trenches with this guy right here for the last
Yes.
8 years, just over 8 years. We were on a team together, and we all kind of branched out individually. But love this guy right here, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be fun.
This
Let's do. You want me to tell more, or is that enough?
That's pretty good
Okay,
right
I
there.
could
We're gonna
go.
get into it a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I told you. I
I can go
told
way
you.
back.
I told
Let's
you. Told you. Okay. First question. What is one thing you wish you knew earlier about building a meaningful life and career?
I think for me, success and a meaningful life always meant money, having money. I didn't come from a lot of money. So I think for me, in the back of my mind, having a lot of money meant I was successful. And I've realized over the last few years that's not the case. It doesn't matter how many homes I sell, how much money I bring in. It's about waking up every day and doing something that you love. So for me, that is success. Building a beautiful family, that's huge for me too, which is something I never thought of previously.
Which is crazy, right?
Which is crazy.
Because you never thought of, and then out of nowhere, bam,
But
you have a family.
came out of nowhere. I didn't
Yeah.
even want kids.
Yeah.
I
And
got
now,
three.
yeah, you
I
have
got
three.
three.
Exactly. Hey, God blesses you. God's plan is better than our plan.
Yeah, that was a complete 180. I was like,
So,
whoa, where's this
yeah,
going?
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's part of the purpose. But
Yes.
also, you talk about in the trenches, right?
hmm
We started day one with that ability. Like we're working very hard to be where we are at now.
Yes.
But give me a little story when you really realized that the relationship matter more than money.
I would probably say about 3 years ago. I was a dual career agent, so which means I had another job,
Mm-hmm.
and I was doing real estate as well. So I was juggling two jobs at once, trying to make all that money.
Yeah.
And I think just making that leap to come all the way into real estate, give it my 100%. That's when I realized, it's a sales job, yes, but it's deeper than that. It is building relationships, and I mean, you're a part of everyone's biggest decision that they'll make. The biggest financial decision they'll make. So I think that being a part of that, knowing where they're coming from, what their motivation is behind that, and just building that connection is just so much deeper than just selling the property.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's impactful because as soon as you did that, you started receiving more blessings.
Yes.
Right. Because you see them people instead of checks.
yes,
So that's big. That's
Yes.
big, and that's an advice for everyone that does any type of business. Is if you see the human side and you care for them, God will bless you, unlimited blessings. So
100%.
awesome. Second question: You're a realtor, engaged, and have a family. What's the biggest lesson you've learned about balancing work and the people you love?
I'm figuring that out still. I do not have the answer to that.
It's still pending.
Yes, yeah. To be continued.
Yeah, I got you.
I think real estate, the rescue work that I do, family. It's never the same every single day. It's not all on the same schedule. Some days real estate requires more out of me. Other days rescue work might require more out of me. And then, other days I do want to spend time with my family and just dedicate that time and be present with them. I'm not the best at that.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure that out, but I am more aware of it. So I think just being more aware and more cautious about it, like it's just, I'm trying. So maybe I'll get that dialed in at some point, but right now it's just, being flexible and just, trying to balance as much as I can. And I'm very lucky that I do have a very understanding fiance, and I'm able to do what I love every day with the support of her,
Yeah.
and and she understands. So that's good.
Well, and that's great to hear, right?
Yes.
Support. A
Support.
support system, it's
Yes.
gonna be very important for any marriage, right?
Correct.
And I will tell you, you will never be perfect.
No.
right? So
What? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure,
Are you sure?
right? Just like the Cowboys, they're never gonna be taken. So,
Okay. They're fruity whiners.
but that's why, like I tell you, as a parent myself, it's you're still balancing. You're
Yes.
still balancing. But being present, or the biggest one was listening to them. Listen to them when they actually say, "Hey, you're working. You're going to the office again." That's when you start. Oh, you miss me a lot. Let me stay. Let me stay the
Yeah.
tomorrow or what the next day.
That's good advice, Roy.
So
It's
so
very good advice.
that those are
Thank
things
you.
that I caught up that the last couple of years that made me like, Dad, you're going back to work. Okay, that means I've not been here enough. So that's something I
I need to
can
get better
impress.
about that. Thank you. I need
Hey,
to be. I've never been the best listener, like as far as like a relationship.
yeah.
So I am working on that. Yes, I
Well,
am a work in progress.
just those are just the little key things, right? That
Love
you
it.
allows you to feel like, oh, I need to get back here. I
Right.
need to get back here. So awesome, and that's the beauty about our business. We can work from home.
Yes.
So that's a blessing. All right, third question. You've been volunteering at animal shelters. You have rescued dogs, helped feed homeless dogs. What inspired you to serve animals, and what has that taught you about kindness and compassion?
I have loved animals since September 18th, 1983, when my mother brought me into this world. I grew up with animals. I was a veterinary technician for 11 years back in my 20s. So I've always had a deep compassion and heart for animals. And just, I think speaking up for the voiceless is huge.
Yeah,
And for me, it just comes natural. It's
yeah.
just something I wake up and I crave it. I look forward to it. And what animal can I help today? And whether they're on the streets or in the shelter, like anything that I could do to help save one of those animals is a win.
Well, definitely. Save anyone, it's a win, right?
Yes.
God created animals for a reason,
Right.
right? And they give you unconditional love.
Yes, they do.
And
Yes.
so I've seen a post, it wasn't recent, but a while back when you went out there to another city and you rescued and you started feeding, right, dogs that were homeless or they're just around there
Hmm.
by themselves. What got you there, connected there, and what made you feel that,
You
right?
want me to take the long route or short
Whichever.
route?
Yeah, just speak on it.
So a little backstory on it. When I got back into real estate full time, I wanted to start doing a post
Hmm.
once a week from the animal shelter and just highlighted dogs. It was my pet of the week.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it was just something quick on social media. I didn't think anything of it, like it was going to go anywhere. And then they started allowing us to take dogs out of the shelter. So we started filming that. And just like our daily outing, wherever we took them, we would film it and post that. So that got a lot more attention. And then NBC caught eye on it and asked me if I would do a segment every week with them called Fido Friday. So I've been very, very lucky to be doing that for the last probably 9 months.
Mm.
Somebody had seen the segment and asked me if I would be willing to go help them out in thermal. And she kind of explained they've been doing this for a couple of years. And I said, absolutely, I would love to get more, boots on the ground and be more, able to help these
Be about
animals.
it.
Yeah,
Right. Be
exactly.
about it.
Not just shelter animals, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of strays out there that are suffering, especially in the summertime out here. So went out there, um, first time out there, filmed it, went on social media, and it went crazy on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, and it just became something that I do every single week now. Like every week, we go out there and we have feeding and watering stations out there, and I've gotten a ton of donations coming in, so we use those donations. Thank you to everybody out there that donates.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Couldn't do it without you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, we go out there. We have these stations set up, and it's like every week, someone calls me or reaches out to me and says, "Hey, we've got the same situation out here." So, obviously, we need more volunteers. But that's kind of the backstory on how I got started on it, and it's just kind of snowballed from there.
And how does it make you feel now that you are the voice of the voiceless, but also now you're making a big difference in that community?
It makes me feel very good inside, like I have a purpose.
Mm,
And I think a lot of us do struggle with finding our purpose in life.
that's right.
And I think this is my calling. This for
Mhm.
me just comes natural, and I wish I could save them all. And some days, we go out there and it's really hard to see what we find and what we come across.
Yeah.
And Other days we're able to help them. So it's just we don't know what we're going into every time we go out there, but I know just us showing up, even like I said, if we help just one animal,
Yeah.
it makes a huge difference.
No, I definitely seeing your post as it hit, right. It hit because you just they don't deserve that.
Right.
They don't deserve that.
They don't.
They don't deserve that. And seeing you and your fiance go out there and the way you guys care, right? It's not just here.
Right.
No, you're like you literally serve them, and that's what God wants us to be.
Right.
Serve.
Yes.
Let's go serve.
Yep.
Serve people. Serve the least.
Yes.
And when we do that, God will keep having you around because now you have a purpose. You're making a big difference. That's how much of a blessing you've been.
Oh, thank you, Roy.
Like,
Thank you.
really think about it. Like,
Thank you.
you have now saved so many more animals, give them an extra day, a joy that they haven't had in I don't know how long. And were there, and now you're having other people reach out or care, or now they want to do something.
Yes.
So it's gonna go bigger. It's again,
I think
it's
so. Yeah.
bigger than what you thought. You just thought of posting on the shelter,
Mm-hmm.
and look where you are now
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
thousands of views, shares, likes, comments. Haters are gonna hate,
Yes.
but they're there for just there.
Yeah.
That's all good. That's not your purpose. Not to
Right.
save them, is to help these animals.
Correct. Yes.
So that's oh my God. That's
Thanks, Roy.
we get into something that we're passionate about, and you feel it in your heart. Go do it. That's your calling. That's your calling, because that brings a different type of joy.
It does. Yeah.
It's a different type of joy when
Yes.
you're just now changing someone else's life.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So man, it,
I'm gonna get you a dog soon, Roy.
yeah.
I
So
am.
once my wife is not allergic,
Well,
once she's out of that stage. So, but yes, the kids have been calling
yeah,
for a
it's
doggy.
time.
So
It's
yeah,
time, and
for
I
sure.
got you.
Got you. Okay. Legacy question: if you and I were to pass away tomorrow, what would you want the younger generation to know and remember?
And I think it's harder for the younger generation these days because of social media. I feel like there's a lot of just critiquing and stuff like that. And I would say I would like to be remembered for just having a kind heart,
Mm-hmm.
and being a very giving person, whether it be towards humans or animals. I would love for them to just remember me for what I was doing, while I was here on Earth, rather than if I had millions of dollars. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Once I'm gone, no one's gonna care how much money I had, how many homes I've sold. They're gonna remember me for who I am and what I did while I was here.
Yep.
So the younger generation, I would tell them, just do what makes you happy. Don't go out there to impress others. You're going to be judged no matter what you do. I'm still getting judged for the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm doing good stuff. But just do what makes you happy, and those naysayers, just don't even pay attention to them, because I know it's hard, and I'm very lucky. You're a lot younger than me, but growing up, we didn't have social media. We didn't have all
Correct.
the internet stuff going on. So, we got to be kids,
Yeah.
and it was fun. Got to go out there and make forts and play in the wilderness and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Now it's just, I notice every kid's like on the screen, and they're trying to live up to whatever they see on the other side of that screen, and it's sad. It's sad.
It is sad, but it's also going back to the trenches that we went
Yes.
through, right? That year, right? Now 8 years later, because we never gave up, we went through that. We knew it was gonna be hard. Look where we are now.
Right.
The difference is the instant gratification that
Mhm.
people are
Yes.
expecting.
Yes.
They can't last in this industry no more.
Right.
Right? Because after 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, you're like, I can't do this no more.
Mhm.
I can't do this no more. Oh, you thought it was gonna be easy?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
thought this was just happen out of nowhere? Like, no, we didn't come in like that.
Right.
We still had to go door knock. I remember us standing outside of Home
Depot parking lot.
and handing out
Yeah.
business cards.
Yep.
In the sun,
In
and
the
we were
s-
still doing that. People were like, oh, we
Right.
had to go put in that work.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that's where I would just say use the internet, the technology to help you get better, but not to expect that that's going to be the reason why you get the business. You still got to go out there and put in the work,
Right.
right? You still got to go through your trials and errors.
Mm-hmm.
How many trials and errors did we go through, right?
Still going through 'em.
Exactly. We're still learning.
Right.
We're still learning, but that's exactly it is. Are you a kind person, right? Like, it don't matter what race, where you come from. How's your heart?
Yes.
Right, and that's
All
I
that
believe
matters.
we click that. If you notice, like our click,
Yes.
everyone has the same heart,
Yes.
different backgrounds,
Right.
right, different age, different this, and we have the same kind heart and supportive and submission heart and giving heart, that we all clicked and we
Yes.
have fun.
Yes.
We don't have to worry about each other.
Right.
We're not judging each
There's
other.
no
We can
drama.
be loud.
Yeah, no
No
drama.
drama.
Yeah, we all support each other, which has always been really good, you know. And I think that's why I love you and Keller Williams so much, because you guys are family.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys are like-minded. Like, we're all, you know, we come from different areas, like you said, but we all want to help people and do good in the world.
Yeah.
And like you said, yeah, social media can be used for amazing things. That's my main source that I, you know, promote rescue and real estate on. But yeah, I just, you know, I think it's a great tool if it's used correctly. But it can also be detrimental to a lot of people too, for like the cyberbullying and stuff. So
Well, it's also like, are you using it for you to pursue what is important, or
right.
are you using it for you to get the they talked about this at the football, like, are you waiting for someone to acknowledge you on social media? That's the wrong way to
Right.
use social media.
Correct.
That's not, nope. The person up there
Yep.
is the only one that, and the people that are closest to you are the only one that should be like,
Right.
I'm good then.
Correct.
Not the social media.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
great that you're bringing that up. I'm so happy about that. All right, fun question. If you could spend one full day with any dog you've ever rescued, which one would it be, and what would you do together?
Roy, you can't make me just pick one. That's like asking you what kid's your favorite kid.
But
Come on.
that's why I'm the host. I get to ask the fun and difficult questions.
God, I've done so many dogs. I would say I've had so many that I've absolutely loved and I wanted to take home, but one really stands out to me. And I almost really did take him home. And his name was Fawn. He was a German Shepherd.
Oh, okay.
And I took him out on a photo walk, and we filmed it, aired the segment. Somebody had seen it on TikTok, and she lived in Arizona, and she drove a Tesla. And she couldn't make it out here on a charge, I guess. So she said there was no charging stations between where she was coming from and here, and asked if I could meet her in Arizona, and she would adopt Fawn. So I said, absolutely, I would love to, you know, see him go to a good home. And I told my fiance when we were driving out to Arizona, I said, if she is not there and she flakes on me, this dog is coming home with us. So he's always stood out to me. I got teary-eyed just driving away when she did meet. I saw the Tesla sitting there. I was like, ugh, you know. So deep part of me really wanted to keep him, but I'm happy for him because she's updated me with him. But if I had one more day with Fawn, I would take him to the beach, because I don't think he sees the beach in Arizona. And you know, I've been trying to be more purposeful about my outings and stuff, especially since it's so hot. So we've been taking trips like Idlewild, and we just went to Oak Glen last week, you know, just to kind of beat the heat.
Yeah.
But we haven't gone to the beach yet. So I would take Fawn to the beach. I'd get him a Speedo, and we would just catch a tan and run free. And
let's go Baywatch, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
Baywatch.
go. Yeah.
Beach to whale watch
let's
here.
go. Let's go. You know, because the one dog I remember, right, is the one that you brought, and
Clyde.
Yeah.
Pink Boy.
Yes.
That was Pink Boy. He was
that
bald.
One.
I loved him.
That
he was
one.
runner-up for sure. Yeah, he was definitely my top 5. But
that one was like,
sweet.
I was like, oh my God, this dog is...
Do you know his story, where he went?
No.
So he went to the prison in Blythe out there, Ironwood Prison. They have a prison program through the shelter. And what they do is they take a certain amount of dogs out there, and the inmates actually train them and work with them so that they could help them get adopted. So Clyde went out there, and because I was actually going to foster him until he got adopted. And I went in there, and they said he just went out to Ironwood Prison. And one of the nurses at the prison adopted him, fell in love. So he's living a happy life with a nurse that just fell in love with him while he was in the prison program. So, yeah, some really cool stories with these dogs. And
that's what you did, though.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's...
That's what you did.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's, you know, it's rewarding. So, yeah, just even if I could just one video can save a life. So
Yeah.
it's really cool.
It doesn't hurt to be positive. It doesn't hurt to give a compliment. It doesn't hurt to help someone else.
Right.
Doesn't.
Nope.
It helps your soul.
Yes.
Helps your heart.
Yes. And I
Man,
wish more of
that's
the world would see that. There's so much ugly in the world these days, and
well,
it's just
they will.
yeah.
But the more that we post positivity,
Right.
the more it also becomes a habit
It's
or
contagious.
no, exactly.
Yes.
And that's what it is.
Yes.
And okay, what's your favorite food? If you could only eat one meal
There you got the
for the
answer.
rest of your life,
Wow.
what would it be?
I'm ready for this one. Double with fries from In-N-Out, baby.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that would
All
be
day.
every
all
day.
day. 3 meals a day, plus snacks in between. It is going to be doubles. I love In-N-Out. Cheeseburgers are my jam. That is my one food. If I could be skinny and eat those 16 times a day, I
Well,
would.
you can,
And be skinny.
Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, just eat two, right? And under your calorie deficit, but you just won't be able to snack. But you can. It's just the reason why that's a fun question is because if that's your favorite food and brings that joy, that smile on your face, how often do you eat In-N-Out, by the way?
I'd probably say like once, maybe twice a month. We'll treat
Okay.
ourselves. Yeah.
So maybe that's something that you can do like every week to the point that it's just a mental state of mind. It's like, how if I do this much, I'll reward myself with that double,
That's true.
right? Because you're bringing joy to others. How about you bring joy to yourself?
That is true. Yes.
Right? Don't ever forget about loving yourself. Don't ever forget about doing that too, right?
Yes.
You're balancing other stuff around your life. How about you?
That's very true.
So that's something that I've learned, right, about that. So I would just say that, give you that little advice is that has been very helpful to be like, okay, if I do this many miles, whatever, if it can be training, it can be real estate, or it can be, dog rescue. Like, hey, one dog gets rescued this week, I'll get my In-N-Out.
That's true. So when I come back to our next interview and I'm 40 pounds heavier, it's because I took his advice.
Muscle, and then he's like, yeah, let's go. And you're picking up the dogs, they're heavy. So
well, I don't pick up a whole lot of them, but yeah, sometimes
but
I do gotta lift him into the truck.
yeah. So just want to let you know you are a blessing.
Thank you, Roy.
And you have such a great heart.
Thank you.
Great spirit. You're always laughing, and regardless of what's happening in life, right? We all go through things,
Yes.
but you always come in with the right attitude. I believe that's why our friendship is always getting stronger. We're always happy to see each other,
Absolutely.
right? Giving a big hug. So I just want to let you know that I love you and I'm praying for you and your family.
Thank you.
And everything that you do is going to be a blessing.
Oh, thank you, Roy. Go Cowboys.
No, she just messed it up with the whole thing.
That's our love language right there. Come on.
We're always talking smack to each other. That's awesome. And we play Niners and Cowboys this year. So we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. We should probably record it, but that's gonna be a blessing. Thank you everyone for being tuned in. Is there anything else that you would like to say that we haven't talked about?
No, Roy. I really appreciate you having me come in and sit down with you. I know this is really cool that you're doing this, and I love your friendship and I love the person that you are, and watching you grow over these years has just been amazing. So you're a good father, good realtor, just a good person in general, and I appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much.
You're
It is a
welcome.
blessing.
Yes.
All right. Stay blessed, everyone. Deuces.